What's up, everybody? Kong Spideyzilla back at it with another video here today, and today I'm gonna bring you my Hulk collection. Now, this is only gonna be the TV series, the movies, and this is gonna be more like a special more like a movie collection. Um, I do have a couple of Hulk video games, but it's not a lot of them really, and I don't really have a lot of Hulk video games. I only have like a couple. So I wanted to do this too because since I did one for Godzilla and King Kong as well, you know, and the reason why I did that video was because, it was King Kong's birthday not that long ago, the month of April 7th, I believe. So, and I decided to just like, you know what, let me just throw in Godzilla as well because since I don't have a lot of King Kong movies, you know, we'll own a lot physically. And I just realized I forgot something. Hold on. Alright, I always like to have a figure representation, so the figure that's going to represent the Hulk collection today is going to be this figure. Now, I don't know if it's, um, I forgot which company this is, but you guys, if you're a Hulk fan, you may be able to recognize this figure. Yeah, I can't focus. The camera just doesn't want to focus right now for whatever dumb reason. But, anyways, yeah, that's going to be the figure representing this collection here. So this is all the Hulk stuff I own, and yes, I am including the crossover titles, so that he's in. I'm going to try not to make this video drag on too long, so we're going to get straight right into it. And I'm doing this because, well, I did the reason why I did the collection video of King Kong and Godzilla is because it was King Kong's birthday not that long ago, so... And that's the reason why I did it, but I didn't have a lot of physical King Kong media, so... And plus, I decided to just, screw it, I'll include Godzilla anyways, because I also felt like doing Godzilla as well, doing a Godzilla collection, physical media collection as well. So, I just decided to make it a King Kong and Godzilla physical media collection. Check that out. And the main reason why I'm doing this is because it's also Hulk's birthday month. This is May, so when the Hulk was first created. So yeah. So I figure it'll be more fitting. And yes, that does mean for August, a couple months later, I am going to do a Spider-Man collection. Now, I'll warn you, I don't have all the Spider-Man movies, but I'm even going to throw in the Venom ones as well. So, without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting off with, although not a movie, it's a television series, but I feel like I need to include this. This is the Incredible Hulk complete TV series, the complete television series, starring Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno. Very popular, too. Very popular. Very iconic. Now, got this box set a little while back off of Amazon. My mom actually grew up with some television series, and this was one of the ones she grew up with. So, I'm so happy she actually got me to get this because it's a really good television series. I really like it. There's the famous line, "Don't make me angry. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry." Now, the Hulk is one of my favorite fictional characters of all time. One of my favorite superheroes, actually. One of my favorite superheroes, up there with the likes of Batman, Spider-Man, Iron Man, etc. Favorite fictional character. One of my favorite fictional characters in general, up there with video game characters such as Mario, Sonic, cartoon characters, Scooby-Doo, Bugs Bunny, and of course, giant monsters, King Kong, Godzilla, classic monsters like Dracula, Frankenstein, the Wolfman. Just some of my favorite characters in general. Frankenstein's monster. But here are the DVDs. This is a very cool, nice box set. I really like that art. I do know you can get this on Blu-ray, but I bought the DVD set because it was cheaper and I have more access with DVD, so... Yep, there it is. He's got some nice artwork, too. So the Hulk is like one of my special childhood characters, up there with a lot. Let's see if I can open this. Okay, if I can't open it, I'll just cut. Alright, so, got it open. if I can't open it with one hand, I'll just cut and open it. So there you go. Nice discs. Now, with this television series, how I first discovered it existed is that in my childhood, um, I would actually watch the special features discs of each movie, and I stumbled across it in this 2 disc special edition DVD right here. So, and in a certain special feature, they acknowledged this classic television series. I'm like, whoa, there was an old classic Hulk, live action Hulk. Is like, whoa, this is so cool, you know. So yeah, it blew my mind as a kid, but finally, after all these years, I finally got to watch it. So, and what I think about it, I think it's really good. It's a really good, entertaining television series. It has some great emotional moments. This television series honestly is a great work of art, and I know some people might say it's outdated, but it just has that charm and that special magic and element to it. And also, Hulk was originally based off the classic monsters such as Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, Frankenstein's monster, the Wolfman. So like this television series really captures that spirit, really. It does it really good. So, yep, and just Bill Bixby, Lou Ferrigno, just iconic, memorable. R.I.P. Bill Bixby. Uh, Lou Ferrigno's great as well as the Hulk. Like, dude was the real Hulk. This was before they started using CGI motion capture. Yeah, and what they managed to do for the time was just like amazing. So, just great writing, great written stories, and just like I like the different scenarios. Got some fun action in it. Like, really feel connected to Hulk and Banner here as a character. The interesting thing is that in this one, I was confused for the longest time that he's named David Banner in this one instead of Bruce Banner. Apparently, the name Bruce Banner is still in there, but they just refer to him as David. But it's always been Bruce Banner, so I thought that was an interesting change. From what I heard, is that Bruce Banner is his middle name in here, so that's interesting. I'm pretty sure it always is his middle name. It's always his middle name, but they always say Bruce Banner. So his in the comics though, it's not David though. It's actually I forgot, but in the comics it's a different first name. Now, I need to address something. I grew up with comic book characters. I grew up with superhero characters very differently. I grew up watching the movies, watching the cartoons, and playing the video games. I didn't grow up reading the comics, so some of the comic knowledge I have, I looked it up, just did some research on it. So it depends on how you grew up with the character. You grow up with these fictional characters differently. Like, say for instance, Godzilla. I didn't grow up watching the 1954 movie. I grew up watching the fun side of Godzilla, and then until I got older, I found out that Godzilla was always a cool and awesome character, but rewatching the 1954 movie again, while back, found out that Goji's more than just that, so like we all grow up with fictional characters differently. Like 2005 King Kong is my King Kong because, well, that's the King Kong I grew up with. So, alrighty, got some fun scenes in this TV series. It's like this TV series was a blast to watch. I sadly didn't finish it all the way through. I got distracted by all the other things as a ADHD person. But I think I made it as far as season 4, actually. I'm in the middle of season 4. So yeah, I got pretty far. So I have to I have to get back on track to see what episode I'm on. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, that's the try to put it down calmly, safely. So yeah, that's the television series. Alright, now we get to the movies. Remember, this is going to be my own personal opinion, so feel free to disagree wherever you want. This is going to be my own personal opinion, so feel free to disagree. and it's okay if I disagree with you. We agree to disagree. That's what I'm trying to say. Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because there's this movie right here, and some people might find this a pretty controversial film because they call it a bad movie. I, on the other hand, disagree after watching it again years later. So this is my old AF copy right here. This is like my first copy of the movie, and you can tell like this is a childhood copy. This is all scratched up. It's messed up. It's jacked up. Just like it's old. It's battered. Like this is the old copy. So I heard that you can get a single disc edition on this. Like, but I want the full package. You know, I want the 2-disc special edition. So, all right, come on, hold on. Let me put this to the side. All right, here it is. Hulk 2003. A pretty kind of a controversial film in the superhero genre. So, recently, you may notice, if you're a Hulk fan or a superhero fan, you may notice that this movie has been getting some form of positive attention lately. Apparently, a certain company, or Disney, from what I heard, has not been doing the Hulk justice these days. They've been kind of ruining and damaging his character, according to many people. And looking at that, that is kind of true. I know we had Professor Hulk in the comics, but Hulk isn't as well taken seriously character anymore. So, and I saw this pretty popular video missed by Mr. Valentine. Shout out to him. Check out his channel. He makes some good video. He makes great videos. Although that channel doesn't have a lot of videos, it used to have plenty of videos, but I guess he deleted some of them for some interesting, strange reason. But yeah, that channel is very important. Shout out to that channel. Huge shout out to that channel. If you're one of the rare people like me that actually likes this movie and somehow never watched that video yet, check it out. You know. But that channel's pretty important because I watched this movie back in my childhood, and, you know, I remember enjoying it. You know, as a kid, I didn't understand, like, deeper meanings or deeper messages, this and that, you know, etc. And apparently, like, I think years later, this just became a movie, just, like, in my head, but, like, overshadowed by other things completely. And I always liked the Hulk. I always really liked the Hulk. Don't get me wrong, but in the MCU movies, for the longest time, I used to think that that was Hulk's best performance in the movie. The movies were the MCU films. And I guess Mark Ruffalo was my favorite, but like years and years passed, and I also watched the TV series. Don't forget that too. And I rewatched this film before I watched that television series, so I I thought like it just became a thing of the past. This movie, and of course I saw people hating on it, saying it's a bad movie, and just like I'm like, what else is new? I disagree with a lot of people, anyways. These days, I disagree a lot with my own kind in general. But just like I'm like, what else is new? But like, who knows? Maybe it wasn't that much of a good movie, and then it just kind of became a thing of the past until I started watching. I think I started feeling nostalgia. Ended up watching some certain things having to do with the Hulk 2003 movie. You know, I got into the mood to play the Hulk 2003 video game, which also gets hate, but there's some people like me that actually kind of like that video game. It's not just because of nostalgia, but, you know, I actually found something to enjoy about it. But, like I said, agree to disagree. Um, and then I think I stumbled across Mr. Valentine's video. I watched it all the way through, and he did a amazing analysis on this movie. And it made me curious. It made me see more analysis on this movie. Just like the movie was like, oh, it's a misunderstood movie, you know, misunderstood comic book movie. underrated. It's actually like, oh, this is actually a good movie. Actually, people are wrong about it. I'm like, okay, but I'm not all for the saying like, well, people are wrong because they have a different opinion on this stuff. If you don't like this movie, that's perfectly fine. Um, so, but like, I was also seeing comments, and they were like getting a lot of attention. Like, dude, like this movie was actually pretty dang good, and just like, I'm like, huh, and then it awakened a memory. So, and I realized this is also at the time when a lot of people were pointing out that the Hulk has been getting done dirty by Disney horribly in the form of Professor Hulk, or Smart Hulk as they like to call him in the newer MCU stuff. So, and then I think my eyes are starting to open, and just like, and a lot of what other people are saying too, just like they really simplified the Hulk as a character, like really in the later films, and then it all just came to me, and just like, you know what? I have to, after rewatching his video a couple of more times, I'm like, you know what? I should rewatch this movie. Oh, that was a weird glitch with the camera. My bad. Like, after all of that, I'm like, you know what? I feel like I need to check out this movie again. And so, but because this copy was all jacked up and stuff, you could see it, the scratches, it's cracked. So I went on Amazon to see if they had a copy. They did, but it was only the single disc edition. It was only like came with one disc. It only came with the film and some of the special features that came on that single disc, along with the movie itself, obviously. I'm like, I had nostalgia for the 2 disc special edition because that is the copy of the film I grew up with. And I want the full package too. Like, I want to watch the scenes and that stuff, you know? And this movie's directed by Ang Lee. Um, like, a director named Ang Lee. He is famous for the movie Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. I hope I didn't screw the name up. I think that's the name. Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, yeah. And fun fact, he actually did the motion capture for Hulk in this movie, which is pretty epic, not gonna lie. Pretty crazy, pretty insane. Pretty insane. So, I got this copy off of eBay. It was actually brand new. Got it for pretty cheap, surprisingly, like a good price. And I I put the movie in my DVD play, my miniature DVD player, watched it all the way through, and my mind was actually blown. Like, I remember liking the movie back then in my childhood, but like, this movie is even better than I remembered, actually, for me personally. Like, this movie has a deep message to it, just like the message of trauma and that stuff, just like bottled up anger, bottled up emotions. It's just like, whoa, like this, like now that I'm an adult watching this movie, like this movie just hits a lot harder. Like, this movie with the messaging and that stuff actually slaps. Like, this movie has some pretty dang emotional parts, and this was the movie that made me realize that the Hulk is a character that a lot of us can relate to, and that I can relate to personally. It's like this movie really made me like, and it also made me notice like Hulk is more than just like an angry green monster, like he like than what the MCU represents him now. Like, Hulk, this movie shows that Hulk is more than just that. Sure, the comic books did too, but like in the form of a film, like this is the movie that tried to adapt that. Ang Lee actually tried, and he made this movie with passion and heart behind it. So it's like, and I don't think the actors are all that bad in my opinion. Like, everybody's making it out to me. I think they all did a pretty good job. I think they do a good job actually. Sam Elliott's a great actor. Jennifer Connelly was great. I liked Eric Bana's performance. I really like Nick Nolte's acting as the spoiler alert, the villain in this movie. Like, dang, but just like it goes deeper. In my opinion, the action is also very fun in this movie. In my opinion, a lot of people make fun and they trash on this Hulk, saying, "Oh, he has a baby face and that stuff." Like, "Oh, he doesn't look all that cool. His CGI is horrendous." I personally disagree because I've seen far, far worse CGI in movies. Now, the CGI in motion captures movie probably a little bit outdated at this point, but I've seen this movie, and there's some parts where I think the CGI is over disliked and over hated in this movie, because there's some parts, in my opinion, where the CGI actually looks really good, and the effects are really good too. They combine CGI motion capture with practical effects or practical sets being destroyed, actually. So it kind of also makes it look like even more that the Hulk is actually really there. I didn't mind the mutant dogs either. A lot of people keep talking about that, just like how weird that was, but like it just like all the special elements in this movie just make this a very unique comic book superhero movie for me personally. And even one person commented like this is actually one of the movies that actually like acknowledges my type of people. Like a lot of people were actually relating to this movie, and this is the movie that are making them say like I relate to Hulk as a character, and the same thing goes for me as well. It's like this is so it's like and the message just hits really deep with this movie. Danny Elfman's score is great. Um and I see what Ang Lee tried to do with this movie, and it was like excellent. Here's a little advertisement thing, by the way. I figure I'll just show this. But yeah, it's just like this movie gets a lot of hate. It gets disliked a lot. It gets looked down upon a lot. But in my opinion, I honestly don't care. Agree to disagree, because this is actually one of my favorite movies. This is actually one of my favorite superhero movies. Like it also really captures that theme of the Hulk as well, like the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde tale, the Wolfman tale. It's like Frankenstein's monster. Just like it's the tragic monster tale. It even gives me a little bit of King Kong and Godzilla vibes too. Just like the feeling of a tragic monster tale. It's like not only it feels like a comic book superhero movie, but it also feels like a tragic monster tale. And no, I didn't mind the whole weird comic book thing they tried to do with this movie. I didn't mind it actually. That's very subjective. I know a lot of people complain about that, but yet just like I didn't mind it personally, and I didn't mind like people are complaining like it should have decided on one tone, but me personally, like I honestly didn't care about that either. Like I didn't mind that at all, because like I have a very versatile mind when it comes to movies. I'm used to dark and serious, and I'm used to embracing the fantastical and like the entertainment. So, and don't forget, like the comic books try to have in some dark, serious stuff too, but then they throw in some ridiculous, fantastical stuff in there as well. It's like really? It's like I honestly disagree. So, like this movie, in my opinion, it's in my opinion like this is like I don't care what anybody says. And to me personally, this is a great movie. If you disagree with me, you're gonna talk down to me about it, or you're gonna tell me I'm wrong. Just like I don't care. I don't care honestly, because we're all entitled to our own opinions on this on stuff like this. And I'm not forcing you to agree with me. By the way, I'm not putting you down and say that you're wrong. I'm just saying that the reason why, personally, and my own personal opinion, why this is one of my favorite movies. So, and this is the movie that I always liked Hulk, one of my favorite characters, but this is also the movie that also helped me found a newfound appreciation for him as a character. It's the same effect when I watched the original Gogeta in 1954. You know, always really super liked Godzilla, but after watching that movie, when I got older, I found a whole new appreciation for Godzilla as a character. It's the same thing with this movie. Now, movie's not a masterpiece, but in my opinion, you know, I don't care honestly. Like no movie has to be perfect. Like if for me personally, if I see you try, if I see heart and passion put into it and it does it great enough, I'll accept it personally. So yeah, that's Hulk 2003. Um yeah. There's an unpopular opinion right there for you. There you go. Alright, now moving on to the next movie, The Incredible Hulk 2008. Now, I don't know if this is going to be in order, but I'll just go in this order anyways. So, The Incredible Hulk 2008. In my opinion, another a good one. In my opinion, at least. Okay, so here's two copies. This is my older copy. It did came with a little special card advertising the television series, but I think I lost it as a kid. So, yeah. Yep, you could tell because it's scratched up and messed up. Yeah, there's my old copy. But here is a good working copy, actually. A good physical copy I have. It's watchable on Disney Plus if you want to watch this one. Uh, I really like this one too. I know this one gets hate too, but in my opinion, I don't care what people say. I think it's a pretty good one too. Edward Norton does a good job as Bruce Banner, and I find it cool that according to people, he actually looks like Bruce Banner from the comics. Like, that's pretty cool. I think the other actors did a good job too. In my opinion, I don't think they go as hard as the ones in 2003, in my own personal opinion. Even the soundtrack might be a step down too. But in my opinion, it's still a good movie because it like what Disney's been recently doing with the Hulk is just like I feel like we're all looking back on these movies and just like these movies may not have been perfect, but like they showed what the Hulk was about. Like they showed like the Hulk was more than just angry monster smash, and I thought what's his name, Tim Roth. He was great as a villain in this movie. Like the Abomination was like menacing and like a good villain in my opinion. I liked him. Uh, yeah. Not really much to say about this one, in my like other than just having another unpopular movie opinion that I like this movie. I like it. I have nostalgia for this movie just much. Now, it's not because of nostalgia. It's not because of nostalgia I like this movie. It's because I found something good about it. I found something to enjoy from my own personal view. So, but if you don't like it, I know I sound like a broken record saying that, but I have to keep saying that because some people don't tend to understand, you know, certain people's opinions or other perspectives on movies. And, sadly, I was one of those people, so I really learned a lesson about that. So I'm better now. I'm better. So, all right. So here's this thing called, we used to go to this video shop to rent, movies and that stuff. I'm not showing they show like a bit of a rental information, and I don't want to show it for privacy reasons. So, yep. There's the thing. It's a DVD, so alright, let me see if I can open this. There it is. Alright. And it came with the Hulk versus and it came with the Hulk versus double feature movie. So it comes with Hulk versus Thor and Hulk versus Wolverine. Now, in my opinion, I really like both animated movies. I don't know what people think about them, but I really like both of them. I don't know, especially Hulk versus Wolverine. That's like one of my favorites. Here's like an 8 Marvel movie collection, animated features, and of course I'm including this because not only it includes Hulk versus again, like because we get to see Hulk versus again, but it also contains the Ultimate Avengers animated movies and Next Avengers animated movie, and of course Planet Hulk. So I feel like I have to show this. Yeah, the main attraction here is of Hulk. So now I can't really state my own personal opinion on Planet Hulk or the Ultimate Avengers movies or Next Avengers movies because I haven't watched them in a long time. So in years. So I don't know what to think of the Ultimate Avengers animated movies. I remember Next Avengers Heroes of Tomorrow being pretty good. There's some more. Uh Hulk versus is definitely my favorite. Just saying that. Uh Hulk versus Wolverine, definitely my favorite. I really liked Hulk versus Thor in my own personal opinion as well. That's just my opinion though. That's just personally how I felt. I do have nostalgia for these two, but I found something good to enjoy about them, and I think they're both great, entertaining animated Marvel flicks. Planet Planet Hulk, haven't seen that in a long time. So, but there it is, Planet Hulk. That's there. If you guys are wondering. Alrighty, let me see if I can put this back in. I kind of struggle to put this back on, but I like to show it, you know, being put on. There you go. Because it's satisfying. I like it. Alright, now, lastly, the Avengers movies. So, haven't watched these in a while, don't know what I think of them now, but I remember enjoying the first Avengers 2012 film. I remember enjoying it. I remember liking it. Uh, Here's the advertisement for Marvel stuff. I just like to show the little goodies off. Gotta open it. There it is. There it is. Here's another advertisement, I believe. Yeah, that's pretty cool. That code's probably expired by now, by the way. So, right here's a DVD. This is when they start to disinclude disc art from the movies, which is pretty sad. Now this one, these two are on DVD. This one I actually have on Blu-ray. So there's Hulk right there. So yeah. I remember liking the first Avengers. I don't know what I'll think of it now, but I remember liking the first Avengers. Uh there is some hate for Age of Ultron, but I don't remember disliking Age of Ultron in my own personal opinion. And there's some people that actually like Age of Ultron, so alright, so here it is. Here's another advertisement thing. That code's probably expired by now, which is why I don't mind accidentally showing it. Here's a cool Hulkbuster thing. I remember the Hulk scenes in the movie. Now the Hulk scenes in the Avengers. The first two Avengers movies are really good. I really like them. The Hulk highlight moment. So I'm not talking about the whole movie because Hulk is the main attraction here today. So the Hulk stuff is good. I like the Hulk stuff. Now, the nice looking Blu-ray. Um, yeah. So the Hulk highlight moments are good, but okay. So Mark Ruffalo as the Hulk. A lot of people have it in for him as the Hulk. In my opinion, I think he does a pretty good job as the Hulk in these first two movies. He was cool in like the third Thor film, but he looked cool in Infinity War fighting Thanos and all that stuff. But he got manhandled by Thanos pretty easily. But I'm not so sure about that because Thanos is supposed to be the big bad guy and that stuff. So I guess you have to make Hulk look like an underdog too. Now, uh, I just think I wished I didn't like him as much. I didn't like his Hulk or Banner as much as Edward Norton or Eric Bana or especially Bill Bixby and Lou Ferrigno because the thing is I feel like I really liked his Hulk. Don't get me wrong, in my own personal opinion, but I just wish we would have gotten his own solo movie, or at least had a couple of movies with him. Like maybe one where he actually fights the leader in Red Hulk and a Planet Hulk movie. Maybe like one or two movies, like to really get into his Hulk. So, like, I think he needs to be in his own couple of movies. That's what the thing is. So he would have reached his peak character, and from that, So some of those good scenes in Avengers 2012, really good. So I just think he just needed his own movie. Yeah, but and here's Endgame. I don't have Infinity War. There's that. Here's Endgame, where we would first see the infamous Smart Hulk. And what do I think of Smart Hulk? I know he gets a lot of hate, but personally, um, I never hated him as much as a lot of people did. I never disliked him, but just like bring back my old Hulk. That's all I'm gonna say. Didn't mind him, but like I am aware he's supposed to be a different version. He's supposed to be Banner and the Hulk fused, but like just like I didn't mind him. Whoops, sorry there. I want to make you angry. Didn't mind it, but just bring back my old Hulk, man. Anyways, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching this collection video of, well, my Hulk movie collection with one TV series, one television series. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you guys and gals so much for watching. I love you all. Thank you all so much for watching this video. And if you want to leave a like on the video because, well, you liked it, well, don't be shy. Go ahead. And if you like the content I do on my channel, don't be shy. Be sure to subscribe. And stay tuned for more videos like this and other different videos in the near future. So thank you guys so much for watching. And as good old Kong Spideyzilla says, peace out.